Morning everyone, welcome back to Yoga Flow. So seated, we're going to start with our warm-up quickly. Side to side, cross-legged. We're making this warm-up quick because this is something that you're meant to do just before you go to work. Cat and cow. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, come into cat. Inhale, come into cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, squeezing the abdomen, and inhale, cow. This is something you're meant to do before work or before you have something to do, just quickly in the morning. Opening up our hips, which is where we keep a lot of stress. Coming up to Samastiti, we're going to stand up. Inhale, raise the hands. Exhale, forward fold, legs bent or straight. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, come into our first downward facing dog. Make sure you pedal your feet out here. It's the first one of the flow. Loosen up as you breathe. On our next inhale, we're going to take our right leg, put it to the front of the mat. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale in high crescent lunge. Take another breath, hands to prayer, and slowly come into warrior two. Take a breath. Make it a deep exhale. And slowly on our next inhale, we're going to come down, both hands on our mat, and come into a high lizard. That left knee being pulled towards the mat. Let gravity sit on your left leg. Just don't let it touch the mat. And stay here for 5 breaths. Looking down at our hands or looking straight in front of us. Immersing ourselves in the stretch in our hip. And if you would like to, put that left knee down and join me for a deeper lizard, or stay in our first initial position. Hold it for 5 breaths. With that right leg, turn the sole of your foot towards your hands, just to get a stretch in both sides of our hips with this position. Slowly coming back up, allow yourself to slowly come out of the pose. Forward fold, half lift, and back to Tandasana. Exhale. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, your spine straight. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, come into downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Pedal your feet if you wish. We are going to repeat what we have just done on the other side. Loosen your hips. And with our left leg this time, inhaling in high crescent. Holding that breath. Slow exhale, come into warrior two, and hold that pose. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling, coming down into lizard, the right knee being dragged towards the mat, but not quite touching it. And hold this for 5 breaths. And now if you wish to join me for that deeper lizard with the left sole of our foot facing inward, 5 breaths, or you can continue with the first pose. Slowly releasing and coming up, back to our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, come back to Samastiti. Hands by our side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, coming into downward facing dog. Hold it for 5 breaths. Breathe and allow your hips to loosen. Bringing our right foot forward on our mat. Inhaling, coming back to our high crescent lunge. And exhaling, we're going to come into Warrior 2. And from our Warrior 2, we're going to come into a pyramid triangle pose with our legs, our toes pointing to the side of our mat parallel. Inhale, forward fold, your legs a comfortable distance apart. Half lift, and exhale, I want you to forward fold between the gap in your legs, as comfortable distance as you can stand. Breathing in and out, 5 breaths, allowing to go as deep with each breath as you can. The wide-legged forward fold is a great hip opener. Releasing any tension or stress held in our hips. Slowly on our inhale, we're going to come up, place our hands on our hips, drag our feet in if they were a bit too wide, and slowly come back to a straight standing position. Taking our right leg, facing the back or the front of our mat, coming into a triangle pose. Right hand next to right foot, looking towards our left fingertips. 5 breaths. On our exhale, we're going to release out of Trikonasana. Both hands on mat, coming into our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, spine straight, and exhale, back to standing. Hands by our side. Inhale, hands up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, your spine straight. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, coming into our downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Slowly releasing and taking our left foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Hold for a breath. Slow exhale. Coming into Warrior 2. Holding our Warrior 2. And slowly dropping both hands down. We're going to drop the right knee this time. And bring our left back. And we're going to come into a kneeling position. We're going to come into a frog pose. So taking both of our legs and our feet facing the front and the back of our mat, kneeling down, inhaling, hands raised, and exhale, I want you to try and come onto your elbows and widen your knees as much as you can, holding frog pose for 10 breaths. Release into it. This pose is extremely difficult for your hips. If it's beginning to get really sore, I want you to come out of it and just sit in a cross-legged pose. Listen to your body. With each exhale, relax every part, releasing the tension, the stress, knowing that it's going to move so free after this. With our inhale, we're going to come back up, slowly bringing our knees in and standing up gently. Exhaling, we're going to come into our Trikonasana, this time left foot facing the front of the mat, left hand down looking through our right fingertips, holding for 5 breaths. With our next inhale, gentle release, hopping to the front of our mat and inhaling Samastiti, exhale forward fold, inhale half lift, exhale coming into plank, and instead of doing our Chaturanga Dandasana, we're going to hold our plank for a breath, slow exhale, tensing our abdomen, and on our next inhale, we're going to roll to our right or left hand side, feet on top of each other, side plank. If you wish, you can do a little bend with each inhale. Exhale, slowly lowering the hip a little bit. Inhale, bringing our hip up. Imagine an invisible string, pulling your hip down and pulling it up to the sky. Each inhale pulling it up and each exhale pulling it down. Very good. Coming back to plank, taking a quick breath and going over to the other side. Just holding it or inhaling, string pulling up, exhaling, string pulling down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Slowly coming back to plank, dropping our knees into tabletop. We're going to come into a seated position. Legs opened into a wide-legged seated position. As comfortable as you can go, inhaling up and exhale, like the frog pose. Try and get your knees a little bit micro bent. Elbows touching the floor if you can, relaxing into the stretch. Trying to maintain a relatively straight back with a gentle curve. Neck straight. Eyes looking down to the floor or closed. Inhaling and exhaling. Trying to point our toes for a deeper stretch. And slowly inhale, sit straight back up. And on our next exhale, we're going to go from side to side. So first, left hand side, right hand reaching over our left leg. Deep as you wish. Inhaling, repeating on the other side, slowly folding on, looking towards our top hand, reaching over beyond our toe. Slowly coming back to our straight position, legs out in front of us and bend them in towards your chest. Very good. Now slowly, gently, coming up to a yogi squat. We're going to go first and sit on our right knee. Left leg stretched out, left hand reaching towards our left toe, right hand above us, and a very gentle lean towards that left leg. Don't push yourself too hard. When your body tells you to stop, stop. Keep breathing and slowly lowering that top hand, switching sides, pulling the left leg in, kneeling on our left leg, right leg straightened out to the side, right hand sliding along our leg, reaching towards our foot, left hand in the air. Slow deep breaths, gentle lean. Now slowly, we're going to come back to neutral. Both legs in beneath us kneeling and come into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to come into a child's pose. Slowly exhaling. Or if you wish, you can come into a wide-legged child's pose for that extra hip stretch, just to fully loosen our hips. Breathing in and breathing out through the nose with an even deeper exhale than our inhale. Aiming for 5 breaths, our fingertips reaching out towards the front of the mat. Each breath bringing us deeper and closer to the floor. Feeling the movement of our chest and our abdomen. On our next inhale, we're going to lift our head up. Slowly sit back, sitting straight, kneeling or sitting cross-legged. Inhale, exhale, hands by our side. Inhale, lift our chin up. Exhale, chin to chest, hands down. Inhale, chin up. And exhale, chin to chest, hands down. Finishing off, staying seated. Breathing in and out. Focusing on our breath. Making sure our exhale is longer and deeper than the inhale. Saying thank you for our body, for allowing us to work through this yoga flow. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you the next time.